Welcome, this is day 30 of Cultivate Patience, Introduction to Ashtanga, and I'm Robin. Today we're putting it all together, doing many of the standing postures after the sun salutations and some of the seated work, and then we'll conclude. This isn't the end, there's many more postures to learn, but we're going to take a little break from this series to work on building up our strength and flexibility before getting back into some of the other primary postures of the sequence. So let's get started. If you have blocks and a strap and like to use those, grab that. Come to stand at the top of your mat and arrive. Just notice how you're feeling today. Knowing this is your practice, and make it accessible for your body. Starting to cultivate our Ujjayi breath. And bring your hands to heart center. Set an intention or say the mantra to yourself. Then inhale for the Om. Hands by the side, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hip and fold. You can bend your knees. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to a plank. Lower to your belly or to chaturanga with your knees up or down. Inhale into your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. You pedal out through your heels. So you press that floor away and lengthen the side body. Wrapping those triceps down towards the mat. And one more breath. Look forward to your hands and come forward. Take a half lift and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Again, inhale, arms up, 1. Exhale, fold in half, 2. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, 3. Exhale, step back to chaturanga, 4. Inhale, up dog, 5. Exhale, down dog, 6. For 5 breaths. Feet parallel to one another. Lifting up your kneecaps. Widening through your sitting bones. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward, half lift, 7. Exhale, fold, 8. Inhale, rise all the way up, 9. Hands by the side, Samasthiti. Now the numbers in Sanskrit. Ekam, inhale. Due, exhale, fold. Trini, half lift, inhale. Chatvari, chaturanga. Inhale, pancha, up dog. Shat, down dog. 5 breaths. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward. Septa, half lift. Ashto, fold. Inhale, rise up, Nava. Exhale, Samastitihi. Surya Namaskar B. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose. Exhale, fold in half. Notice how your hamstrings are warming up. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga, stepping or hopping back or going to your belly. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot comes forward, back heel down, rise up. Virabhadrasana A or 1. Hands to the mat and flow. Remembering your options, you can always skip this. Left foot comes forward, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the mat, vinyasa. Moving with your breath. As you spread your shoulder blades on your back body. An external rotation of your upper arms. Taking it out of your wrists, lifting up through the forearms. Look forward to your hands and step or hop forward, half lift. And fold. Bend your knees, arms up, Utkatasana. Stand tall, Samastitihi. 1 more. Inhale 1, Utkatasana. Exhale 2, fold. Inhale 3, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale 4, chaturanga. Inhale 5, up dog. Exhale 6, down dog. Right foot comes forward, rise up. 7. Exhale, down to the mat. 8. Inhale 9, up dog. Exhale 10, down dog. 11, left foot forward. Exhale 12, chaturanga. Inhale 13, wide through your chest. Exhale 14, down dog. Look forward to your hands, step or hop forward, 15, half lift. Exhale, fold, 16. Bend your knees, arms up, chair pose, 17. And Samastitihi. All right. Padangusthasana, step or hop your feet, about 2 fists apart. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, hinge forward. And grab your big toes with the yogi toe grip. Inhale here and exhale, fold. Widening your elbows. Maybe bending your knees here or holding onto your ankles instead. Drawing your shoulders away from your ears as you lift up your pelvic floor muscles and pull your low belly in and up, engaging your bandhas. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, Padahastasana. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Inhale for length and exhale, fold again. Maybe shifting a little bit more weight into the balls of your feet without toppling over. And your knees can be bent here. Mine are. I have very tight hamstrings. Just breathe. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise on up. And exhale, Samasthiti. Utthita Trikonasana. Step your right foot out towards the back of the mat. Left, bump your left hip. Reach and hinge. You can place your hand on your shin or a block. You can look up at your left fingers or down for more balance. You can also grab your big toe here if that's accessible, not locking out through your knees. Lengthening your whole spine. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise on up. Pivot to the front of your mat. Second side, bump your right hip. Reach, 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 and hinge. Winding through your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Maybe looking down, maybe grabbing that big toe. Slow and steady breath. And then inhale, rise on up to the back of the mat for revolved triangle pose, maybe using a block. Lean forward, take that left hand on the inside, or to go deeper to the outside of that right foot and turn your chest to the right. Maybe lifting your right arm up and looking at your fingers, or keeping your gaze to the side or down. Hugging your outer hips in, not compromising the breath. And then look down to come out. Inhale, rise on up to the front of the mat for revolved triangle, second side. Lean forward. Take that right hand to the mat or to a block and twist to the left. Inhale, rise on up, parallel the feet, extend the arms, step or hop the feet together, back to the front of the mat. Samasthiti. We're going to skip side angle and go right to wide-legged Prasarita. Step your right foot out, legs wide, feet parallel. Take your hands to your hips. Inhale for length, exhale, hinge forward. You could stay halfway or take your hands down in between your feet and reach the crown of your head towards the floor or to a block. Maybe adjusting the distance in between your feet. Feeling that crease at your hip. That nice long spine. And inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, take your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale. Inhale for C, stretch your arms to the side. Exhale, take your hands behind the back. Interlace the hands or grab a strap. Inhale for length. Exhale, fold. You can stay halfway. You can lower your head all the way down. Reach your arms up and maybe over your head without forcing it. Feeling that contact of your palms together if your hands are in the interlace. Steady breath, one more. And then inhale, slowly come on up. And exhale, your hands to your hips. Step or hop your feet together and back to the front of your mat. Samastitihi. Take your hands behind your back, reverse prayer, or bumping your fists or opposite elbows. And step your right foot back for Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. If you don't want to have your hands back, you could take your hands down on blocks. Inhale for length or to the mat. Exhale, fold. Stay halfway or reach your chin towards your shin. Drawing that right hip crease back. Pressing into that right big toe. Lifting up through the arches of your feet. Could always put a bend in this knee. One more breath. Inhale, rise on up. Keep your arms where they are if they're behind your back. Inhale for length and exhale, fold over that left leg. Retracting your shoulders. Feeling the balance in your body. Inhale, rise on up. Release the arms, stretch them out, and step or hop your feet together. Back to the top of your mat, Samastitihi for some balanced postures. Utkatasana, Padangusthasana. Weight comes into your left foot. Lift your right leg up, bent or straight. Hold on to the shin or the big toe. Left hand to your hip. If your leg is straight, fold forward. If not, maybe stay upright for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you've bent over, inhale, rise back up. Exhale, open the leg to the right, bent or straight. I don't have enough room by the door. And maybe look over your left shoulder, changing your drishti for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bow over that leg. Inhale, rise up, extend the leg, point the toe, hands to your hips, soften your face for 1, 2, 3, don't lean back, 4, and 5. Lower the leg down, we'll do the other side. Lift your left leg up, bent or straight, catch the toe or the shin, right hand to the hip. Maybe fold forward over the leg for 1. Level hips, 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you folded, inhale, rise up. Exhale, take the leg to the left, bent or straight, and maybe look over your right shoulder for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bow. And release the foot, hands to your hips, point your toe. Soften your face, smile for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down. Those are hard for me. All right, Padma Paschimottanasana. So either the right foot comes tree pose leg, anywhere along the leg except the left knee, or you're taking that right foot into that, or you're taking that right foot into the hip crease, taking your right hand behind your back. If you have the lotus foot and want to fold forward, if that feels safe, go ahead. If you're standing in tree, maybe grow your branches for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you folded, inhale, half lift. Exhale there. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then exhale, everyone, leg down. All right, other side. Weight shifts into your right foot. Lift your left foot. External rotation at that hip. Taking tree pose and staying here. The foot can also be grounded, or taking lotus, maybe taking your left hand behind your back and taking your elbow or your big toe, maybe folding forward for 1, 2, 3, growing your branches in tree. If you haven't, 4, 5. If you folded, inhale, look up. Exhale there. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then whichever position you are in, exhale, release. Okay, awesome work. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward to your hands and step or hop into Utkatasana, chair pose. Weight in your heels. Gaze forward or up. Arm shoulder distance or hands together for 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot comes forward, left heel down. Rise up, warrior 1, 5 breaths. Torso faces forward, maybe hands stay in prayer. Maybe they're forward or up. Maybe your hands touch. And breathe. You're going to keep your gaze where it is as we transition to the back of the mat. Straighten your right leg, turn to the back. Bending that left knee. Torso faces the back. You can always peek and make sure that happened. Steady breath. Then exhale, warrior two, maybe adjusting your feet, softening your shoulders, looking over your left fingers if possible, opening up through that hip. Torso right up over your pelvis. Straighten your left leg, turn your toes into the front of your mat, warrior two. Looking over your right fingers, opening up through that right hip, anchoring through that back leg. And then hands to the mat. Take a handstand, stag handstand, or just step back, or just take a little hop and flow. For the seated work, if you have one of those Mysore mats that we used one of the days, you can grab that. Look forward to your hands, take little steps, maybe crossing your ankles, wiggling through, or just coming to a seat and stretching your legs long. Hands by your hips, Dandasana, staff pose. Tucking your chin, engaging all your bandhas. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going right to Janu Sirsasana, tree pose leg. Bend that right leg, sole of the foot on the left inner thigh. You can always take a block underneath that right thigh. You can stay upright. You can hinge at your hip, leading with your heart, grabbing your foot, using a strap, or keeping your hands by the side. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, rise up, straighten your leg, exhale. You can sit and wait. You could take a lolasana, lifting your buns up, your legs. Or you can take a vinyasa. And then look forward to your hands. Come on through. Second side. Maybe using the block underneath the knee, staying upright or hinging forward. Melting your head towards your knee, but it doesn't actually have to get there. Finding your range of motion. Taking those slow, even breaths. And then inhale, rise on up. And exhale, release. Cross your shins, maybe the opposite one in front. Lift your buns. Maybe step back. Go through a flow or stay and wait. We're going right to Merici Asana now. I know we skipped a bunch of those forward folds and the reverse plank. You can always do them yourself. We've done them on other days. Just a little taste of the seated work. So bend your right knee so that your knee is pointing up. Your foot, your right heel is in front of your sitting bone or a little bit in front of the outer hip. And you could stay upright, both sitting bones down, or maybe you're on a cushion. Or start to reach forward for the foot. Maybe turning the thumbs down, the palms out. Let me move this block out of the way. Getting low, wrapping the tricep around the shin, and taking the left hand behind, holding onto the left wrist or the left fingers, or using a strap, folding forward to your depth for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. We're going to switch right away to the other side, not taking the vinyasa. Now we'll do it in between A and C. So left knee bends, sit up nice and tall, stay here, maybe fold forward and hold the foot. Maybe thumbs down, get low, wrap the tricep around the left thigh, left shin. And then maybe hold on to your right fingers or your right wrist. Squaring your shoulders. Really using your core to fold forward. Taking those slow breaths. For 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. We're going to go to C position. Let's take a vinyasa if you would like, maybe using your blocks. Right in front of your hips, press into your blocks, lift your seat up, maybe take like 10 little tiny steps. And then take your vinyasa, or skip it. Look forward to your hands, maybe taking your hands on the block for some extra height. Little steps, draw your knees in and lower down. Whatever happens, happens. Bend that right knee again, just like we did for Marichyasana A, but we're going to come into that twist. So start to lean back so you can turn your torso to the right. There's enough space for your belly. Take your right hand behind your back, sit up nice and tall, turn and twist to the right. Maybe you're trying to find that bind, getting low, wrapping the left arm around the right leg and holding on behind your back by your left thigh for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. We're going to switch to the other side. This is a modification of a half primary. Bend your left knee. Sitting up nice and tall, flexing through that right ankle. Take your left hand behind your back, lean a little back to get your belly across. You can stay right here, holding on to that left shin, looking over your left shoulder. Or you can get low, wrap that tricep around. My shoulders are very tight today. And then take your left hand behind. You want to sit up nice and tall, not dump in your back. Even if it means you're coming out of it, not compromising your breath. Being safe with your back. For 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release. With or without the blocks, take your vinyasa to come to boat pose that we did yesterday. Maybe we're feeling a little bit warmer. I think we did some more postures than we did yesterday. Come on through, slide, slide, step, step. Find your version. Hands behind, feet planted. Hands behind your thighs, feet planted. Or lean back, shins parallel. Maybe extend your arms, maybe straighten your legs. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Cross your shins, maybe use your blocks. Lift up, butt or maybe legs. Lower down, no vinyasa in between. Second boat for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other shin on top. Lift it up. Boat number 3. We're just going to do 3 today. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Traditionally it's 5 like we did yesterday. Cross your shins, lift it up, send it back. Take your vinyasa, maybe lingering in your up dog or your cobra, shaking out through your head, and then down dog. Seeing how you feel here. One more breath. You made it. We put so many of those poses together. Come on through. We're going to lie down for a little bit of a finishing sequence. You can keep your blocks or cushions nearby if you would like. So this is Ashtanga based, but not the same as we would do in Ashtanga. So first we're going to lie down for our closing sequence, coming to bridge pose, which in Ashtanga is Urdhva Dhanurasana, wheel pose. We will get to that hopefully in the coming weeks or months. I'm not sure how long it'll take. So have your feet close enough that maybe you can touch your heels. Nice wide chest. First option, lift your buns up, grab your block, and slide it underneath your pelvis. So there's not on your low back. Your low back is feeling nice and safe. This is a restorative bridge, nice wide chest. You could stay here for the 3 back bends, or you can just lift your seat up, no block, pressing into your feet, snuggling your shoulder blades underneath, maybe clasping your hands or holding on to the outsides of the sticky mat, lengthening your spine, reaching your sitting bones towards the backs of your knees, lifting up your chest, lots of space around your neck, and breathing. And then release the clasp if you have it. Lower down just for a second. Even if you're in wheel, you would lower down to the crown of your head. And then lift back up. Second bridge, or stay in your restorative, or go to wheel pose if that's what you like to do. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down as you exhale, and then last one, lift back up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower down. Take a moment of pause, maybe taking your legs as wide as the mat, knocking your knees into one another. You could take one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Feeling all the energy from the back bends. And we're going to be coming up to a seat. So you could just roll, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side, and then come to one side to come up. Or with your knees into your chest, hold on behind your thighs and rock and roll up to a seat for Paschimottanasana. We had skipped that before. So back to Dandasana and then fold forward. Any of the grips, big toes, outsides, or taking the bind. Traditionally, this is 10 deep breaths after those back bends. And inhale, look up. Take a vinyasa or just lie down on your back. That's what I'm going to do. And to come the way we came up after the back bends, we just rocked up. But traditionally, it's actually a backwards somersault. I'm still working on that, so we're not going to get to that anytime soon. But if you like to do that, you could do that, or just roll up and take a vinyasa. Lie down on your back. This is the inversion time where students would come to shoulder stand or first and then a headstand. We're not going to do that today. If you have a block, you can place that block underneath your pelvis again and lift your legs straight up for restorative shoulder stand or legs up the wall. Even without the block, you can lift your legs up, or if you're near a wall, you can place your legs on the wall. If this doesn't work for your body, taking any other postures here. This is the last one we will do before Shavasana. Traditionally, it's the whole shoulder stand sequence, and then fish pose, and then then a posture called Padahastasana, which is an extension of fish pose, I guess. You're still in the fish pose back. And then a headstand and a child's pose. And then that finishing sequence that we've done sometimes where you're seated on your mat, legs crossed or lotus. Taking your hands behind your back, or grabbing your toes and folding forward, and then sitting up nice and upright with your thumb and index fingers together for some meditation. And then Utkatasana or lolasana, where you press into your blocks or your hands by your hips and lift everything up like we did, I think it was yesterday. Taking anywhere from 10 to 100 breaths right before Shavasana. So hopefully we'll get to those later on after we work on some other series. Take 2 more breaths wherever you are. And you can stay in your legs up the wall, especially if you're actually by a wall. Or you can lower your legs down, keep your knees bent, you can butterfly your legs, you can have your legs straight. Find your Shavasana. Maybe turning your palms up, shaking your head side to side. Just letting everything go, all the hard work. All the movement, letting it all settle in as you become the observer, just watching your breath now. You could stay here as long as you like. You could press pause. And if you're ready to come back, if you're in legs up the wall, slowly come down to one side. If you're in butterfly legs, take your hands to the outsides of your thighs. Draw your knees into your chest if you're on your back. Giving yourself a squeeze and then rolling to one side. A moment of pause before you come up. And slowly press yourself up to a seat. You could sit cross-legged, you could sit on your cushion or your blocks. Feel that long spine. And take your hands to heart center, connect back to your intention or your mantra. Notice your practice. Feeling all the love and gratitude for your presence, your being, this practice, the community. We will close with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Let me know in the comments how you enjoyed the series, anything at all you would like to work on, and I hope to see you next time.